We teachers should know the guidelines on how to make a weekly home learning plan based on a modular distance learning. The home learning plan will be based on the actual implemented class program. It shall be prepared by the subject teacher, reviewed by class advisor, and approved by school principal. Given the new context for learning and the unique procedures in every modality, the weekly home learning plan shall be developed following these procedures. The first thing that we should do is we should refer to the most essential learning competencies or the MELCs and the different subject areas. The next thing that we should do is gather the self-learning modules and other materials needed for the self-paced learning mode. One of the example of this are the distance learning and the blended learning modalities. The next one is using the self-learning modules. We should accomplish the weekly learning plan by taking into consideration the learning competencies, the key concepts or the essential understandings, and to the attainment of content standards. And then the other one is subject area teachers must collaborate to come up with a set of weekly home learning plans for one entire quarter or grading period by integrating all subjects in one learning plan. The other one is when preparing the weekly home learning plan, the teacher should be guided with a long-term vision of what they want their learners to master and achieve in terms of content and competencies at the end of the school year. Hence, they may start with an end in mind using a backward design. Next, teachers are advised to adopt learning strategies that respect the unique context and diversity of learners in terms of their readiness, learning interest, and learning profile. In this case, the differentiated instruction may be manifested by giving respectful activities, which is interesting, engaging, challenging, through on level task, above level task, and below level task to various groups of learners. This allows routes of access at varying levels so that every learner is appropriately challenged and comes away with pivotal skills and understanding. Then, in plotting the learner's task, teachers should strike a balance between an academic rigor and socio-emotional aspect of learning. Since the completion of learning tasks are done primarily at home, learners should be given the opportunity and flexibility to manage their own learning without sacrificing time-bound attainment of learning competencies. And these are the parts that should be seen in our weekly home learning plan based on modular distance learning. And the first part or the first column of our weekly home learning plan should be the learning area. This area are the subjects prescribed to be taken by learners in a particular grade level or K stage. And the second column of our weekly home learning plan is the learning task. And this column consists of formative learning opportunities created for learners to enhance their understanding of the content, which prompt them to engage intensively in the subject matter. And the third column is the learning competencies. And this column refers to the knowledge, understanding, skills, and attitudes that learners need to demonstrate in every lesson and or learning activity. The source of this is coming from the Deped Order Number 8 Series of 2015, the policies and guidelines on classroom assessment for the K-12 basic education program. And for the last column or the last part of the weekly home learning plan is the mode of delivery. And this column refers to the method of submission of learning outputs to include written work, products, and performances preferred by the learner or the parent based on their context situation. Example, online submission through email or LMS posting, personal submission by the parent to the teacher in school, and others. To my fellow educators, the weekly home learning plan shall aid teachers and parents in keeping track of the day-to-day in school and off-school learning processes as they implement the most suitable and feasible alternative learning modality based on the context of their school. It creates awareness among learners that they are responsible for what they learn. And that's the end of my video. Hope that you've learned a little bit on this. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you. Keep safe, everyone. Bye.